Arts today, a building full of machines for innovative manufacturing being dedicated in Rolla today. Billy Brightman live in the newsroom to tell us about the many different levels that will be benefiting from this one. Billy, good morning.
Good morning. $7 million in machines sit in the Missouri Protoplex, a new advanced manufacturing hub at Missouri S&T. It includes a main high bay area on the first floor, attached labs for laser and biotech research, and smaller machines in classrooms on the second floor. These tools will be used by students so they can learn about what these machines do, especially because they're the exact same ones they could be using in their future careers. The smaller machines can be used by younger kids who are exploring their interests. The whole facility, including designated office space, can also be used by industry professionals. They can test out new techniques without needing to commit to a huge purchase.
You level the playing field, so now it's not just the large OEMs that have this capability. You extend it down into the small to mid-size, which is most of Missouri, to be honest. And so you're able to kind of bring ideas to fruition. It's a huge enabler when it comes to making this technology more accessible and, again, educating people out there of what is available to them.
There is a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the Protoplex today at 4 p.m. with tours to follow. Live in the newsroom, Billy Brightman, KY3 News.